If you're using your credit card the way you were taught, you're probably being lied to and losing money every single day without realizing it. This video is going to expose the biggest lies about credit cards that are silently keeping you broke, while banks and companies get richer off you. And the worst part? Some of these lies actually feel like smart decisions. Stay until the end, because the Hashon lie is the most dangerous of all, and it might be sabotaging your financial life right now without you even noticing. 10. Having more credit cards increases your buying power. How many credit cards do you have right now? 2, 3, 5, more? The lie is simple. The more cards you have, the more financial power you have. But in reality, that's a trap. More cards equals more available credit equals more temptation. You start with one small purchase, then another, and before you know it, you're juggling multiple balances at the same time. Real example. Someone with 5 cards, each with a $2,000 limit. Sounds great, right? $10,000 total. But they use just a little on each. And suddenly, they're $6,000 in debt without even realizing it. Now answer this. Is that power or a prison? Here's the truth no one tells you. Wealth doesn't come from limits. It comes from control. And if you think that's dangerous, wait until the next one. 9. Paying the minimum is better than missing a payment. This is one of the most profitable lies for banks. Just pay the minimum and you'll be fine. Fine? In reality, you're stepping into one of the most destructive cycles that exist. Endless debt. When you pay the minimum, the rest turns into high-interest debt. And we're not talking small interest. We're talking rates that can explode fast. Think about it. If you owe $1,000 and only pay the minimum, how much do you think you'll end up paying? $2,000? $3,000? Maybe more. You're not solving the problem, you're feeding it. Direct question. Are you paying off your debt? Or just keeping it alive? And the next myth is even more dangerous, because it sounds smart. 8. 0% installments are always a good idea. No interest? Then it's free. That's what you think? Here's the problem. Splitting payments doesn't remove the cost. It just delays the pain. And your brain loves that. You buy something for $600 and split it into 6 payments of $100. Feels light, but now add up all your monthly payments. Phone, TV, clothes, trips. Suddenly, your future income is already committed. And that's the real danger. You lose flexibility. If an emergency happens, you're stuck. Now ask yourself, did you buy that because you needed it? Or because it felt easy? And this next myth quietly destroys people. 7. You need credit cards to become rich. This one is subtle. A lot of people believe wealthy people use credit cards a lot, so you should too. But that's only half true. Wealthy people use credit cards as a tool, not a crutch. They already have the money. They use cards for rewards, points, cashback, and they pay everything off in full. Now look at the difference. You use credit because you don't have money. They use credit even though they do. See the reversal? The real question is, are you using the card, or is the card using you? And the next myth might be hurting your credit score without you even knowing it. 6. Not using credit cards is better for your finances. Sounds logical, right? If credit cards cause problems, I'll just avoid them. Wrong. Not using credit cards can actually hurt you, especially in the United States. Your credit history is built on usage. No usage, no history. No history, no score. No score. You pay more for everything. Loans, rent, even insurance. So what's the right move? Use credit. Intelligently. Small purchases. Full payments. Consistency. That's how you build strong credit. But be careful, because the next myth makes people think they're doing great when they're actually sinking. 5. If you pay on time, you're doing fine. You pay your bill on time? Great. But that doesn't mean you're financially healthy. You could be paying everything perfectly and still living on the edge. No investing, no saving, no wealth building. That means you're not broke, but you're not getting rich either. It's the financial comfort trap. Let me ask you, do you want to survive or actually build wealth? Because the next myth is what keeps people stuck right here. 4. Cash back and rewards mean you're saving money. Who hasn't thought, I'll buy this for the points? This is one of the biggest psychological tricks in the game. You spend $1,000 and get $10 back, and you feel like you saved money. But you only got something back because you spent. If you hadn't bought it, you would have saved $1,000. Cashback isn't savings. It's a bonus if you were already going to spend that money anyway. Now be honest, how many times have you bought something just for rewards? And the next myth is everywhere. 3. A high credit limit is always good. A high limit feels like security, but in reality, it can be a trap because it increases your risk tolerance. You start thinking it's normal to spend more, and that changes your behavior. Psychologically, you begin living above what you can sustain, and that's when the crash comes. The truth is simple. A high limit is only good if you have high discipline. Do you? Because the next myth might be quietly ruining your life. 2. Credit card debt is normal. This one is dangerous because it's been normalized. Everyone has debt, so it must be okay, right? Wrong. Credit card debt is not normal. It's one of the worst types of debt you can have. High interest, fast growth, massive stress. It steals your freedom. It steals your peace. And most importantly, it steals your future. Now think, are you living or just paying for your past? And now we reach the most destructive lie of all. If you ignore this, nothing else will work. 1. A credit card is extra money. This is the lie that destroys lives. A credit card is not extra money. It's borrowed money with interest. But your brain doesn't see it that way. You swipe, don't feel the immediate pain, and think you can afford it. But the bill always comes. And when it does, it comes with interest. Here's the harsh reality. If you need a credit card to buy something, you can't afford it. Simple as that. But almost no one lives like this. And that's why most people stay stuck. Now tell me, after everything you just heard, how many of these lies did you believe? And more importantly, what are you going to change starting today? Because in the next video, I'm going to show you something that can completely change the way you handle money, and most people never discover it. And once you understand it, there's no going back.